Previously on Joy's Horror Stories, aka Horror Stories to Tell, Bad Creepypastas.
Oh, Jolie. I'm afraid it's not over just yet. You need to read one more of my story, although you were never afraid of me of my logo. That's right, Jojo. It is I, Sexy Texy. On March 22nd, you better read my lost entry creepypasta or I'll skin you alive and wear your skin to public.
Now.
Ugh. Texas. Why are you doing this to me? Making me suffer, that's what you want, like the rest you killed.
Yes. Yes, I do. Mind if I join you whenever I, Sexy Texy, speak?
Sure. Do what you want, I just don't give a shit anymore.
Thank you, and narrate the story.
You heard the stories about the two lost THX trailers, but this one was just messed up. It was the most painful memory I have ever witnessed, and it won't leave me alone. Then why? If you're making it up, why bother to watch it? Ha! It was one rainy and stormy afternoon. I had all my chargers turned off so they won't get fried. Luckily, my phone and laptop were all full charge so they can keep me occupied. I went looking for some THX videos, regardless of the 2 times I got scared by the 2 lost trailers I had seen, until I saw a thread page which talks about a lost THX trailer for a make-your-own THX trailer, all the way back in 2006. Shit. Here we go again. One of the comments on the thread said that they will never sleep again after what they saw. I thought to myself, is it another horror trailer for THX? Oh boy, let the cringy clichés begin. The owner of the thread said he has a link to the trailer via Mediafire. I clicked on the link to see the file. I later downloaded it to watch it. After downloading it, I went to watch the missing trailer. Before the video started, there was a warning that said, "This trailer has been declined due to its graphic violence, which broke one of the rules of the contest. Please watch at your own risk." Well, at least this trailer doesn't promote the horror movie that is not THX certified this time. That's good.
Well. Look who's criticizing my creepypasta stories.
I started to get worried, but I put on a brave face and began to watch the trailer. The trailer started with a group of 6 teenagers sitting around a campfire. They were roasting marshmallows and were telling stories. One of the girls talked about her fear of THX. She had been scared of it ever since she was a child. Later, one of the boys told them that he will go to the toilet in one of the empty bottles he was holding. As he went to find a private area to urinate in the bottle, he heard rustling in a nearby bush. He went to look inside the bush that was in front of him. Not long after, a familiar face popped out in front of him. It was Tex, the robot mascot. The boy fell back in surprise. He called for his friends for help, and his 5 friends ran to the woods. They were shocked to see the red robot in their faces. "All right, Tex, it's all yours." That's sarcasm.
I heard everything. You're not scared of a big robot, are you?
The 6 teenagers exchanged glances and whimpered, not saying anything. Tex then pointed to the boy who tried to use the toilet, getting back up on his feet.
Are you scared of me? Are you scared of my logo? Alright, Jojo, do the victims I killed in this story is awesome.
Whatever you say. I used to be scared of THX when I was little. Why are you asked? At that moment, the boy got interrupted by Tex stabbing him in the forehead with a handsaw. The 5 teenagers gasped. The boy's eyes rolled into the back of his head, then he collapsed on the floor. Tex then grinned at the 5 remaining teenagers.
Who wants to spend the night with the T-Men? Oh yeah. Let the fun part begin.
The 5 teenagers stood for a second until they ran off in fear. Tex then chased after all the teenagers. Tex cackled maniacally as he was murdering the teenagers. Fuck. Let the narrator doing the cringy cliché graphic details begin. First, he stabbed one of the girls in the stomach with his knife. She started to drool blood from her mouth as she slowly died. Secondly, he chewed off one of the boys' face off with his sharp, robotic teeth, leaving nothing but flesh and blood on his face. Thirdly, Tex grabbed one of the girls and flew into the air with her, and dropped her into a waterfall to her doom. And lastly, Tex had stolen a chainsaw from a nearby woodshop, and looked for the last boy that was remaining. He poked the chainsaw right through his chest, killing the last boy. He even cried blood from his eyes as he died. Tex then went to eat the organs of the boy. Then, the last teenager, who was the girl who has been scared of THX ever since her childhood, was hiding behind a tree the entire time. She went to check if Tex was still here, not long before she saw Tex eating the innards of the last boy.
These teens are tasty.
The girl gagged, causing Tex to hear and notice her, the entrails still in his mouth. I vomited outside after seeing what I just saw. Later, I went back to watch the trailer. When I went back to watch the trailer, Tex then grabbed the chainsaw that was lying next to him, and started it up to kill the girl with. The girl ran through the forest, shrieking and calling for help. Tex ran with the chainsaw in his hand, cutting everything that got in his way, laughing like crazy. The girl then found a beach where she could hide, since he was too far away to catch her. The girl stopped running as soon as she got onto the shore, panting to catch breath. She looked behind her to see if Tex is still chasing her, but he was gone. The girl smiled in relief. She was safe. However, not long after, something grabbed her from behind. Tex put her in a headlock, and they flew very high up in the air. The girl tried to break out of Tex's grip, but he turned her head to his face. All right, Tex, you cannibal. Do your thing.
You have a fear of death, do you? Well, enjoy your fall.
Tex then pushed the girl away from him. The girl began falling into the ground. She realized she isn't falling towards the ocean, but falling towards the concrete. The girl then squinted her eyes for impact, and she died, leaving a puddle of blood from the broken bones she received. Then the scene faded to black, only to fade back to a scene of a dry wall with the THX logo painted on with blood. Like with the other two trailers I saw, the deep note with a chorus of people's screams returned, only louder and more piercing. Good God, what have I just seen? I thought to myself. Just then, Tex's face popped out of nowhere. He had the most psychopathic look on him yet. His mouth was stained in blood, he had eyes drawn on his face in blood, and he had a bucket of human organs. I'm not going to say anything. Tex, do your job.
Come on, the fun's over. Damn. Oh well. At least I got my last part, which is my warning to the ones who feared me or my logo. Peekaboo, everybody. Taxi is back. The lesson learned is to never ever be afraid of me or THX. Because if you do, I will find you. You can run, you may hide, but the T-Man will always find you. Sweet dreams.
Tex then flew off into the night sky cackling again. It then showed the famous THX slogan, "The audience is listening." I felt really unnerved. I had to delete the file from my laptop. I hadn't watched a THX trailer, nor watched a THX video on YouTube after what I had seen. I had lots of nightmares about the trailer. What did these teenagers ever do to Tex? They were only scared of him in his childhood. I confiscated my own DVDs with the THX logo, so I won't get flashbacks. If you find a file that someone states that they will have nightmares for life, don't download it nor watch it. Okay. Thank God this torture is over with.
Oh well. If my crossover with my most popular THX certified movie of all time, Toy Story, won the most votes in your tab, I'll come back with someone you won't expect. But for now, have a good night and sweet nightmares.
What's my thoughts on this story with this forcing psychopath? It was torture. If the Lost THX trailer, THX and Zerg has the most votes before May 14, 2026, then this robot would return with an unexpected guest. Anyways, this story is very cliché, just like the two THX creepypastas I read. And unlike the two, I gave it a 1 out of 10 due to this THX trailer to promote blah 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 despite not being THX certified. Cliché was not included is the only redeeming point. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video or THX will jump scare you, similar to Sonic.exe. Speaking of the devil, I'll do it next week.